Hi, this is Chaplain Karen Moore, here to bring you the thought of the week. This week's thought is grace period. Have you ever had to turn in a paper for school and for whatever reason you lost the assignment, the dog ate it, or you weren't feeling very well and you couldn't complete the assignment? Regardless of the situation and circumstances, what was once due is now going to be turned in late, and if even that, we're going to end up with a 0. What about a bill that we need to turn in? And it seems like every determination we try so hard to go in and pay that bill, but every traffic light we get stopped, there was the slow lane, we couldn't find a parking spot, and by the time we walked in, that's when the gates roll down and we can't pay that bill. So all of these negative thoughts rush through our heads. Well, if I can't get my bill paid, then I'm going to accumulate all kinds of fees, and I'm going to lose my car. And when I lose my car, I can't go to work because I can't have a car, and I'm going to be unemployed because I'm going to lose my job because I don't show up to the job because I lost my car because I couldn't pay my bill on time, and I'm going to just end up homeless. I can't turn in that paper. I'm going to get a 0. I'm such a huge failure. My parents are going to think the worst of me. I can't play sports now because my grades dropped so much. And as we do what we're responsible for and explain that to the instructor, explain that to the bank teller, we're expecting the worst. But surprisingly, that bank teller turns to you and says, you know what? Instead of giving you these fines, what I'm going to do instead is give you a grace period. I'm going to give you a week to go and collect the money and to turn it in. Can you do that? And if you can do that, there's no fees, no other consequences. This is a grace period. Or that instructor comes in and says, I hear what you're saying. I don't normally do this, but I'll give you the weekend and I'll let you turn in that paper. It might be a 90% or an 80%, but at least you won't get a 0. You're willing to do that. You know, quite honestly, that's full of joy. We have someone who heard our circumstances, and now at least I'm not living underneath a bridge, homeless, right? That's the magic power of grace. Now think of it when we're in our army situation. What if we granted grace periods to our peers, to our superiors, to our subordinates? What if we gave grace periods to our spouses and our children? How much more amazing would life be for them? I mean, after all, isn't all of the things that we've gone through for the last 3 to 4 months, the ups and the downs and the unknowns and the chaos that just exists, if we could offer each other a grace period, when a subordinate comes in and says, I really wanted to do this, everything kept closing down, and I know I owe you this. And you say, I hear what you're saying. And though you don't deserve it, I'm going to give you a grace period. And let's go and do this together so that you can get it done. How overjoyed would that person be? What if we didn't criticize our spouse and we gave a grace period for understanding that when they're locked inside of the house constantly, that depression or that sadness or that grief, we give them a grace period and say, you know what? I know I expected a lot when I'm at work, but it's hard being here alone, being isolated. How can I help you? And even granting grace period to your superiors. Heck, we all have lives too, and life has happened to us all. Now, grace is given to people who don't deserve it. We deserve to have that punishment. But when we come in with an understanding, when we come in with offering a grace period, how much better could our unit be? How much better could our families be? So offer up that grace. But you might say, hey, chaplain, they don't deserve it. Why should we? Well, quite frankly, we should offer it because you didn't deserve grace either, but you got it. So let's offer grace. period. This is Chaplain Karen Moore, here to bring you the thought of the week. Caring more about you. Have a blessed week.